So thank you so much for joining us here on Icon Radio. We are a show that focuses on ESG, climate change, and sustainability. Maybe you can introduce yourself, tell us who you are and your role here today.
My name is Sylvester Makaka
Mhm.
from the Kenya Association of Manufacturers. I do energy efficiency and energy consulting. I'm an energy professional.
Mhm.
Yes.
And we are super proud of what you have been doing for 20 years. 20 years is not a short time. So, what is the transition? What are the changes that you've experienced as KAM with the companies that you've been hosting?
20 years is a story,
Yeah.
not just a number.
Mhm.
And this is a story that started way back in 2004.
Mhm.
And we've been working this journey towards promoting energy efficiency in Kenya. Why energy efficiency? Because energy efficiency, we realize
Mike.
that energy efficiency is the largest, is the
Mhm.
quickest way and pathway to reducing CO2 emissions.
Mhm.
Because energy accounts for more than 16 to 20% of the global energy
Mhm.
emissions.
Mhm.
So we focus on energy because energy then is the enabler for industrialization. So if we control it at the point of use, you are then able to mitigate the effects of climate change.
Mhm.
And that's why it's passionate at our heart as KAM,
Mhm.
focusing on our members to sensitize them and advise them and guide them on technologies that promote and support energy efficiency across the manufacturing value chain.
Mm. I mean, we've seen companies, we've seen students winning the awards, we've seen corporates winning the awards. What is the one criteria that you were looking for in this year's Energy Management Awards?
This year's Energy Management Award being 20th year, we opened the spectrum to look at many applications.
Mm-hmm.
We looked at what are the trends in the market, what are the students and especially at the higher learning level doing on innovation, what is happening in the cooking and indoor air pollution space, what is happening in manufacturing, what is happening in water. So we looked at many things that the nexus of them all is about energy. But we looked at various spheres of energy to see what is happening. We looked at how the renewable energy space, especially solar, wind, is coming in to replace the traditional fossil fuels. We looked at what are the technologies that are changing the the cooking space especially for the mamas in the bottom of the pyramid in the village. We looked at a bigger spectrum so that we are in a position to tell as a country this is where we are, and this is where we are likely to go in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, so that we define the direction that the country should take.
So, what has been the trajectory? Are companies adapting or are they reluctant?
The trajectory, as we see from the companies that were evaluated, we realize that yes, industries are saving, especially the ones that participated this year. We have recorded a savings of close to 400 plus million Kenya shillings, and that's not a small feat.
Yeah, it's not.
That's not a small feat, and energy people are really adapting to these new trends, and they are moving in the right direction. What we need is an accelerator mechanism so that everybody comes on board quickly, so that we can have the numbers counting and going up every year. You realize that the pressure on national infrastructure, the demand on growth, you realize that it's growing faster than we can put in new capacities. And if we want economic growth of 10% or double digit, then we need to grow our power capacity at a double rate. So we may have to grow at 20%. So we have a solution that can slow that 20% requirement to even slower, and that is only energy efficiency.
All right. I know KAM is big on advocacy for all this, and
Yes.
there's been policies and regulations that are just, sometimes you feel like they're oppressing manufacturers in terms of, some of the laws that are being passed in terms of, allowing manufacturers to produce certain levels of energy, like, kuna cartels. So, what is your main role in advocacy for that?
You see, I don't really want to talk about cartels. Let's talk about solutions. And when we talk about solutions, you realize that there are so many players that can give solutions. And if solution can be provided by people who can get solutions much more cheaper or much more efficient to the market, it becomes part of the solution, but not a problem. So we are looking at them as a cartel, maybe because they have been here longer. Maybe it is, we be trying to see how do we open the market. Already the Ministry of Energy and the regulator are working on open access. And open access, we are looking at it as you can generate power and choose your customer. So compete with Kenya Power, compete with the system, what we call. So I think as government is moving in the right direction, and as long as they are opening the market, the cartel is just, let me call it a street talk. And street talk has a life. It will reach a point where it won't be a street talk anymore.
All right. So talk to us about the Sustainability Week. I know this is just day one, quote unquote. The awards were like somehow launching it, but low key. Maybe you can tell us what to expect in this particular week, and I mean, what is the Week all about?
This week is special to KAM, and it's special in the sense that we also have IEA International Energy Agency event happening in Nairobi, and the first one in Africa. And that means that we are advantaged to showcase what we are doing, not just in green, in energy efficiency space, but how we are moving on the path towards green, how we are sensitizing industry towards green, and how we are mitigating our climate change in the green environment and sustainability. So we'll be talking a little bit more on renewable energy. Kenya is already at 90 plus renewable energy. We'll be talking about the journey towards net zero. We'll be talking about the journey to 100% grid. And those are the conversations we'll have this year. And already we have a guiding principle and a guiding document under the Kenya National Energy Efficiency and Conservation Strategy, which is giving us a direction on where we should be going. So we shall be looking at how, one, who is financing, what are the financing mechanisms available in the world, how do we tap into the big ticket projects, how do we help industry access these monies, this cash, and that is the conversation we're going to have. And I'm glad that there are so many international dignitaries coming to Nairobi this week, and that conversation is very interesting. You better be looking out to what is it that the world is offering, because they say there's a lot of money out there. What we don't know is how to get it. So we want to hear what is the world talking about, and how do we tap into that resource that is available, and we can do wonders.
All right.
Yes.
And I mean, this week is going to be very busy for you guys. Is there one thing that you hope to achieve? One thing that you want to change the narrative? Is there one key policy or one key agenda?
We have a global agenda, and this global agenda this year we are calling it doubling the speed of energy efficiency. We are saying from 2% to 4% plus. That means year on year we need to save 4% of energy consumption from business as usual. Now, to achieve that, what we set out to actually actualize the 4% is the financing, unlocking the financing. Without financing, business cannot move. If we can manage and crack the jigsaw around financing so that the people with money can see business, energy business as a good business, viable business, and they release the money, then the path to acceleration will be much faster. If we unlock that, because the opportunities are immense, but we have a gap that we need to bridge, and that is finance and energy as a business. That's what we want to achieve.
Also, the aspect of green jobs for the youths. It's going to come up in one way or another. I mean, it's Sustainability Week, and everybody's saying there are green jobs everywhere. So is that a conversation that you're going to be...
I know youth are listening to me.
I know.
And youth listening to me, let them hear this. That skills in renewable and energy efficiency guarantee you employment or income or sustainability for the next 30, 40 years. It is not an in and out profession. It's not an in and out profession. So every cent you invest in this field guarantees you a life of 40 years. So it's a good area for skill development. And for sure, we are pushing a lot of universities to bring skills and innovations around energy efficiency and sustainability. And there are so many. The field around sustainability is wide. We are talking of circular economy. We are talking of water efficiency. We are talking of renewable energy. We are talking of energy efficiency as it were. And then we are talking of innovative mechanisms, innovative solutions. It is very wide. And once you are in, you develop passion for it, and that passion will drive you for the next 40, 50 years. If you are 20 today, if you are 22 today, you are just graduating, up to the age of 70, you'll still be dreaming and thinking about sustainability. So it's an area that we need to go into. And the world is open for you. The world wants you because it's looking for people with solutions. And if you come in with a solution now, you can put it to the market, and you can be sure the floodgates of money will be coming your way. You won't sleep. It is another revolutionary space, just like we have AI, just we have ChatGPT. We are looking at this sustainability as the new gold for the youth. And if you are in, we are here to handhold you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So skills is definitely going to be top of the conversation.
Yes.
So we look forward to, walking the journey with you through the week, just to hear what new recommendations are going to come up, what new policies, what new ideas and agendas that you're going to push as KAM, and also as, part of the energy team. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we look forward to more engagement.
Sure, why not? Anytime.
Yeah, is there something that you want to say that you're not saying? Fungua roho.
I just want to say that we've just concluded our Energy Management Awards 2024, being our 20th. And it was an exciting event. And you must have witnessed that we had international guests. And so Energy Management Awards is going global. And we want to see that we pull the youth. We don't want to leave anybody behind. We are cutting across from your house to your industry, to your transport, to your everything. We want to be part of your life as a sustainability movement. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Want to take a photo?